Evening all, welcome back to the channel. So we are going to start this video with how we've solved the big mystery in this game, which is basically trying to work out how to figure out this. And you know what I mean. So basically it's this thing where you collect all these runes. It then gives you basically a relationship between three states: red, blue and green, positive and negative. So there's lots of variables there. And what we did, Trouble and I, we spent a bit of time basically going from space station to space station, and we actually worked it out. And it through process of elimination, what you actually end up doing is filling in a grid basically, and we'll show that grid in about a minute's time. We're going to show you live us trying to complete the mystery, because it was really interesting, and I really like that the mod included this, and it basically allows you to eventually gain full control of your warp ship. But here we go. I'm going to cut to live comms now. So,
do you want me to put the thing back together?
No. Let's go and see if we can actually complete it. So, prove rune knowledge. Right, there we go. We're in. Do you see it? Oh my god, oh my god. What do we do? What do we do? Negative, negative, negative. What do we do?
Yeah, you have to open it. So negative, negative, no. Screen.
Negative, negative. You could come here if you want. Negative, negative, negative. That's bug, right? Bug.
Yes.
Then we've got red positive, rest negative. So that would be engine.
Yeah.
Yellow engine.
Yeah.
And we've got green. Oh god, it's the blue one. I think it's the battery. I think it's the battery.
Well, tell me what the symbols were. It's
so blue negative,
positive.
Blue negative.
Yeah.
Green positive. Yeah, it's the battery.
Red. Yeah, red negative.
I don't think it's right.
Why not?
It's not giving me anything to say it's completed. So
but it's not saying that it's wrong either.
So bug, let's just double check. So negative, negative, negative is bug, yes. We've got red, positive, yeah. Negative, negative would be engine, yeah. And then we've got plus. It must be, if you're saying the star is the battery, it must be the battery. Yeah, it must be right.
Yeah.
I can't.
Because it's blue. Wait a minute, it's blue negative, red negative,
green positive.
Yeah. There's no other one. Maybe we have to wait for the timer to go down.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. What if we're about to die, Ed? Did we do it? Did we do it?
No.
Yay, we did it!
That's too bad that they make you doubt it. They don't just tell you when you get it right.
We did it. Oh my flipping days. So there we go, we defeated it. So basically the way it worked was it was all about the relationship between all of them. So if you want a more deeper explanation, join the Discord, message me or Trouble, and we'll tell you. But all credit goes to Trouble on this one, because she just sat for hours working it all out. And it's actually relatively straightforward. Once it clicks, it was like, oh yeah, it clicks. But now, interesting. The fixing of, I almost died then, that this is a pirate base, and if you've never seen it before, then, you know, I don't blame you, because it was hard to find. So the thing is, fixing the mystery or solving the mystery doesn't fix the warp ship and allow you to then progress to the next warp tier, if that's the word. You have to basically craft something called the quantum flux core. Well, the quantum flux core is hidden in a particular planet, right? So again, this just took me days to figure out. You're seeing days of work here, and what you have to do is go to the planet icon on the top left, scroll through all of your planets, and you'll see one that will say there is a quantum core on this world. That little bit of snippet of information took days to find, and once I found it, then I found the planet, and then it took about a day on the planet to find the base that you're looking at there. And as you can see, it's far in the wilds. Like, I'm having to really do some real crowd management here, because it literally spawned it next to not only the worst biters, the explosive ones, but it also spawned them basically where they had also, you know, Tesla turrets defending it. So everything about this was annoying. However, to fix the warp ship, we need to craft a quantum core, and you can see in the middle of the base is a little kind of factoryette that allows us to basically go and make that. Now, again, how you would do this, I guess it's luck of the draw. Some planets you land on don't have a lot of biters. Maybe that's the thing. This one, I was very lucky to find, was actually extreme levels of biters. So as you can see, this is one hell of a battle. This is like one of the most, again, this mod is full of tense moments, like crazy tense. It's like walking into a bar and you look over the distance and you see your ex, and she's with like the 6'9", boyfriend that's now with her, and he's kind of stupid, and he kind of thinks, well, I'm going to have to sort of assert my authority here as a man, so I'm going to have to be, a blokey bloke. And this happened to me, actually. I remember walking into the Star and Garter. That's a pub, by the way, and not a really weird sort of strip joint. It's literally a pub, quite an upmarket one, but when back in the day it wasn't. And this girl I was dating, she was there with her sort of strapping new boyfriend, and he was one of these kind of douche lords that just thinks, they have to assert their manliness when an ex is in the room. And I was being polite and kind, but he was, oh God, he was horrible to me. He threw a chair towards me, not at me, but towards me. Not overtly, it was all a bit like, oh, did he throw that at me? What's that about? Anyway, so this whole thing was just hours of me having to manage these. And again, I think the worst thing of this mod is the explosive biters, because I've lost 4 Spidertrons to these things. Because they're immune to explosives, so you can't crowd control them with a lot of stuff, so you basically have to just use bots and lasers and things like that. If you know a better way to manage these explosive biters, please do link it in the comments, because I am flummoxed about how best to do it. Because if you get too close to when the base explodes, that happens. I literally died. Not good, and I'm not particularly impressed that literally the pirate base, and I am having to load a save. Sorry, I have to do it. I just can't believe that the pirate base was basically right next to these. So in the end, I just gave up, and there's even a cave there. So what then happened was, really, we just had to subdue this base, take it over, and then you see the manufacturing plant in the middle. You have to commandeer that and then make the quantum core. And yes, as you can imagine, the quantum core is not easy to make. So this whole process was, about as frustrating as Sunday drivers. It was pretty annoying. But it's important. It's like you're soft locked until you can get past this bit. So what I thought was, let's get the platform in, the warp platform in. That's at least a lot of firepower that's going to be helping me now. Let's just build a huge amount of defenses, and let's just build this thing and then run away. And I think, as you can imagine, that turns out to be quite a good tactic, because trying to kind of actually do it properly, forget that. It just never works. And even finding this place took, like I say, hours. And I was so annoyed, because it's basically hidden with no way to find it other than just scouting. So I'm literally spending days just running around the edge of maps trying to find it. If you know of a better way to find these things, please tell me, because I think there's like another 5 of these things, these devices that I have to manufacture. So as you can imagine, I'm not particularly impressed. And it needed blue science, so again, I was kind of bemused by that. But I think overall, I did like that it was in the game. And again, I think the problem I have with it is, look how, okay, it wasn't too far, but it was further than my ship's sensors. So it's deliberately locked away. And oh, look at that. This is such a lovely thing that I have my Spidertrons there. Yeah, I lose all of them. Like, I literally lost all of them. Like, there's just, don't use them. If you find Spidertrons in this mod, leave them. Don't even arm them with like the best stuff, because there's nothing that's going to stop a Spidertron from being blown to pieces. Because you saw me, I've got like a mech suit, a good mech suit in this. And I still got literally zapped in one explosive radii. So here we go. So basically what you got to do is you got to make the quantum core, and all you have to do is basically give it the base materials, and that's it. You're done. And that gives you then the ability to move beyond, I think it's warp drive 6, level 6. So even with completing the mystery that you just saw, it doesn't allow you to move forward. Like, the mystery is actually something for almost later in the game. So we did kind of complete it a bit early. But I'm okay with that, because it's now something that I don't have to worry too much about. And as you can see, this thing's going to basically make the core. There we go, looking pretty good. And obviously, as you can imagine, it takes forever to build. But a lovely little sprite. I think that's lovely. I've never seen that one before. I think that's rather nice. And now all we have to do is defend this thing, which, again, having Tesla turrets would have been quite nice. However, we keep losing them. I've managed to get things like rocket turrets as well. And rocket turrets are just brilliant in this. And they don't do much to these explosive biters. They don't do anything, in fact, but they are really good for crowd control of everything else in the game. So I think if a rocket turret and a Tesla turret next to each other, I think would do a good job. But again, laser turrets do tend to be a bit of a default here. I'm finding that laser turrets are quite good. But yeah, so this again just represents the nightmare that is this mod. It is a tough mod. And I think it's one of those mods that I think you cut your teeth on to sort of see. I mean, look at that. Look at the amount of bodies that have surrounded this thing. I've been here a long time as well because I've been looking for this thing. I've had to stabilize the core numerous times. So we're pretty much at the sort of peak level of the evolution here as well because I've just had to be here for so long. Because again, I'm led to believe there's only one place that you get this core, other than you can apparently loot it in the underground labs. So if you've seen my previous video, those labs sometimes do drop these cores. I have done countless numbers of labs now, and I have not found one. So it shows you the RNG is strong in this one. But I think overall, I think this whole process of trying to find this, I quite like. It's annoying as hell, but I think I have enjoyed it. I would say it's probably one of the more amusing things of the game, that it's literally, you have to just literally have a bit of luck to find this. And even then, I found it in a place where it was terrible. So what this does is it unlocks basically the tree moving forward, which allows you to build on a planet, to claim a home system, and then start to move towards the space age content. So this is why it's so important, because up to this point, we've pretty much been playing normal Factorio. Modded obviously, but this is where you start to unlock the space age content, like the various planets, the things you get on those planets, and the machines that you find. Because at the moment we don't have, we have foundries, we've found them, but you can't use any of the recipes yet. So this is why at the moment we're still mining copper and iron, but we then can't, we're not easily making it. We're literally smelting it in electric furnaces, which is the old school way of doing it. And I've got to admit, it's not particularly effective, but I think we're going to have to kind of keep going on this one. But yeah, so this whole thing is really just like a stage gate. It's like everything channels to this one bit of research. And it's incredible, really, because the core doesn't really do anything other than just allow you to fix this particular stage of the warp core. You're still unstable, so every 40 minutes or so now, because you're getting up to about 45 minutes on each planet. It depends, it kind of ebbs and flows a bit, but that's the issue, is you're still having to then jump. So even when you claim a home system, you'll still jump away until you fully fix the ship. So that's like the end game, and that's really where we're trying to get to, because for me, actually, I quite want to sit, my typical kind of approach to these games is you build the mega base, then play the game. And I've kind of done that. So I've basically, pretty much built a huge base. And what I'm trying to do now is get to the point where the rest of the content can now be played. So, I don't even know if we build platforms and go to the planets. I have no idea, but I'm excited to find out, because that's going to be, well, I mean, I've traveled to 300 worlds. So how do they incorporate into the solar system of space age? I'm genuinely interested in that. I think that's going to be an interesting discovery. And again, I cannot recommend this mod enough. I think the simple fact that you just see, as you can see, look at that. Look at the flames. The base is burning. This is huge amounts of defense. Luckily, we had enough oil, because as I've said before, oil is pretty much the only thing you can use to defend the base properly. The burning patches kill more things than anything else. So as you can see, if you run out of oil, your pretty much base is going to be eventually then killed. But here we go. We got the quantum core. We've finally done it. It's taken a huge amount of effort. And I've got to admit, this was a moment to savor. Like, that core was wonderful. I can't even be bothered to go and like literally pick up the bits. I just want to fix the ship. Boom. So now we can do upgrade. Oh, it's upgrade 5. There you go. So pretty much we can now continue the research. And to be honest with you, we're just going to warp away because this was becoming a huge issue. We were starting to pretty much be overwhelmed at this point. And yeah, do you know, I just think it's wonderful. I can't believe how great this mod is. Like, there are times when I'll log in, like, it'll be late. I've just played some PUBG match and I've got stomped because that's pretty much what happens. And you kind of log into this and it is like a warm hug. There's something incredibly warm about Factorio. And this mod particularly just changes the way Factorio is, because before it's about building a base, establishing resources. This chip completely changes the game because you're constantly moving, you're constantly jumping and moving. And there's something so lovely about that. I mean, look at it as well. You basically have a keep. And there we go. So I just think this is great. This game is brilliant. But there we go. I hope you enjoyed that. Keep watching, because in the next few videos, we start to now look at basically how we start to establish a base on a planet. We start to look at the space age content, and really we build a rocket silo and move forward. But it's pretty exciting. So I hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you next time.